Oh man, a shock GDP reading leads Bitcoin falling here to the downside. It was attempting an important breakout, but the reading came out revised to the upside. Why would this shake markets? Why are we seeing dollar index rise to the upside? And why are we seeing risk rotate slightly off? We're going to break that down and a lot more, guys. Smash up the likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you appreciate this type of content. Check out the links in the description, which includes a link to our Telegram community, an amazing community where we're taking some awesome trades, guys. I share the trades I'm taking, and I've just made over 10% on a unified trade, and also did really well with RSR as well, making another 10% there as well. This is all spot long only, guys. Definitely possible to make good profits in crypto, even in this choppy market. And right now what we're seeing is Bitcoin consolidating. It has been for a while, ever since its big move here up into this ascending triangle. And now we had another fake out, right? Yesterday we tried to go above and then ended up back below again. Today we were breaking through and then ended back below again. This is why it's so critically important when you're trading a pattern like this, which remember has a price target up towards 40,000. You need to wait for that confirmation, and even better, wait for that retest, right? Wait for that retest, and then you want to be entering to look to take that position. Guys, if you want to learn TA, ijaz.uk/TA is my structured TA curriculum where you're going to learn all these patterns, doji candles, head and shoulders pattern, all the stuff you've heard about, EMA ribbon, all in one structured curriculum. So if you want to level up your trading, even if you want to level up your investing and your DCA to know where price movements are heading, definitely want to pick up some TA knowledge using my course. Link is in the description. Now, dollar index here, you can see on the daily chart here, getting a good bounce, right? Look at this bounce here on the dollar index. Green candle after 4 in a row to the downside. Now, why is this happening? Well, this is happening because we had the all-important US Q3 GDP revision come through. Now, initially that was given as 4.9%. On this reading, they revised it up, guys. 4.9% is already a lot in terms of a GDP figure. They revised that up to now sit at 5.2% again, indicating that the economy expanding more than they previously thought. It's a hotter economy than they previously thought. And what does that therefore mean? What that therefore means is the narrative may start to change about how long are we going to stay at these elevated rates of interest, right? That's what this whole conversation is about. That is what controls the risk off and risk on appetite. We've been through a very steep tightening cycle, which has now brought us to interest rate levels at 5.25 to 5.5, right? That's a current Fed funds rate. Now, the market still feels pretty confident that at the next meeting on December the 13th, Jerome Powell will pause. But the conversation is not just about that. It's not just about if we're going to pause. It's about how long is it going to be until we finally get a cut, right? Some people are expecting a cut later next year. Some are expecting it a little bit earlier. Some are saying no cuts until 2025. So that's what's going to be the narrative now moving forward, which controls the risk on and risk off appetite. So whenever we see data which is suggesting that the economy is overheating, like we just saw there with a GDP figure, that's going to make people worried that rates are going to stay higher for longer. Therefore, that would be a good day for the dollar index, bad for risk on assets such as the Nasdaq and Bitcoin. That is why we're seeing Bitcoin give up its gains here today. Again, consolidating, and none of this should be as a surprise, guys. I shared with you guys that we may be here for a good couple of days. We've got plenty of time to the apex of this triangle. I mean, even if it wanted to consolidate all the way up to the 14th of December, it's got time here to kind of chill. And then what's ironic is that on 13th of December is when we get the FOMC meeting. So it may be that it wants this whole time to consolidate. That being said, you never know. Any of the catalysts this week could drive us either to the downside of this pattern, which drives us all the way down to 33.4, or they can come out positive and we could be moving up towards 41,000 on Bitcoin, right? So we've had our GDP figure today. Tomorrow, we get the all-important PCE inflation. So we need to wait for that data to come out tomorrow as well. And again, if that comes in showing us cooling off, really good, we could get a nice breakout here and maybe a retest and a move upwards, which would be nice here for Bitcoin. Now, what am I currently doing in this market? You guys pretty much know, like, I'm not desperate to add right now. There's very little reason for me to add right now, so extended here. I mean, if this did cool down into the EMA ribbon, let's say coming down to 35.5, if we saw 34 and those kind of levels around here, more than happy to buy. That said, if I wasn't in the market right now, would I be sitting there going, no, I'm not going to put any of my dollars into crypto? No, I'd be frantically, this is personal, right? I'd frantically be searching for a way to get into crypto. And if that meant I had to buy in a little bit more, that's fine. That's the price I pay for taking so long to get into the crypto market. So I wouldn't be sitting there. But at the same time, given that I had such good entries at 15,500 and have been here every day since this bear market, then there's little reason for me to be chasing these high price points. I'm a bit more privileged that I can wait for these price points to cool off before adding any more. But again, I would not be sitting out of this market right now. Me personally, when I look at how everything is kind of really starting to come together, the perfect set of ingredients, where the economy is looking strong in the US, inflation is coming down, regulation is starting to come forward, BlackRock with their spot ETF, risk slowly starting to turn back on tourists, starting to come back in the market, investors ready to allocate their assets. You're starting to see that perfect concoction for what could be a very nice bull market ahead. That being said, we need to see this dollar index continue to move here to the downside. It's good we've had 2 candles now below the weekly EMA ribbon. I do want to see the rest of this EMA ribbon flip, however. I do want to see that crossover and flip here to the downside. Now, I just wanted to share a couple of trades I've been taking recently here. I took a trade on RSR here from the demand area. Nice move here. Hit my TP1 here at 10%. Still holding this position. I moved my my stop loss to the break-even level to make sure I secure my profits. But I'm looking for this to move up towards TP2, which would give me 19%. And I've set my TP3 target at 27%. On top of that, taking another trade as well on Unify. Definitely check this trade out as well, guys. On this trade, already had a nice move up here of 10.63% to TP1. But if we want to take that trade up towards our TP2 level, I'm looking to get that more into this kind of a region at 23%. Again, guys, I only trade spot. I don't do leverage. I don't do anything like that. Just spot trades, long only, and keep it nice and simple and pragmatic. If I can get 10% here, 20% there, that's more than enough for me. And in October, I managed returns of 240% just trading spot long only. And that's plenty, right? So definitely, guys, if you want to get more updates of the kinds of trades I'm taking, Ijaz.uk/TG. So coming back here into Bitcoin on the 4-hourly chart, really it's this 4-hourly chart where we've just not managed to hold any directionality, right? You can see ever since kind of this period here when we lost it on the 13th of November, which is a good couple of weeks now, we've just been sideways. We've gained our 4-hourly EMA ribbon, then we lost it. We gain it, then we lose it. We gain it, then we lose it, then we gain it again. If we can hold, right? If we can actually hold this EMA ribbon and then break beyond, that is when we're going to start to see a nice breakout, right? That's when we're going to, like right here, if you look at here, if we can now bounce from here, that's where we're going to get the breakout of this triangle. But so far, we've not managed to do that. Every time we've set ourselves up, we've come down, we've lost the EMA ribbon, right? It's got to be able to go, come back down, use it as support, and then go break and create a higher high. So very important now on Bitcoin, if you're monitoring this on a short-term basis, you want to see this break above and create a higher high. 38,450 is what you're looking at, okay? 38,450 where my cursor is right there. That's where we got to get higher, and we've got to get a candle body close, a 4-hour candy body close above that level for this breakout to be confirmed and for us to be moving up towards that 41,000 level. So there you have it, guys, an update on the GDP figure and the markets. Let me know in the comments, what are you guys doing? Hope to see a bunch of you head over into our Telegram group, Ijaz.uk/TG. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.